Hello everybody. We all hope, don't we, that the climate conference meeting in Glasgow will be sufficiently creative to make a real difference. I came across a news item recently that for me expressed in an image form my hopes for that conference. It was about an olive tree in Cuglieri in Sardinia, great olive tree, 11 feet in diameter, and something like 1800 to 2000 years old. But recently, because of a wildfire, it was severely damaged. And this tree, which was so much a landmark that it was known as the patriarch, this tree that somebody said, the patriarch is our identity, this tree which for the people who lived in that neighbourhood expressed everything about who they were, this tree was severely damaged. But everybody rallied round, and one firm produced jute tarps to cover the roots and sand to cover the soil. Someone else constructed a shelter over the remains of the tree because, of course, its leaves were no longer there to shelter it. Someone else produced a water tank. One village bought a water tank, and someone else who had skills in irrigation built an irrigation system to keep it constantly watered. And then there was another group that paid for the special organic fertilizer that was needed to try and help it to recover. And the professor in charge of this whole project said we needed to create an intensive care unit for the tree. It really is a living being, and it has suffered severe trauma, but we will do our best. As I say, I think a lovely image for what we're very much hoping will come out of that conference, that they will see the earth as a living being and want to preserve it, not just because we human beings need it, but because it is a living being and needs to be cared for. It needs, given the ravaging it's received, it needs intensive care, and it needs everybody to rally around in the way that those people who lived in Cuglieri did, to preserve it and to work together to make sure that it recovers. And I just hope that we can have that same kind of optimism and sense that we're doing our best for the climate and for the earth, as those people who lived in Sardinia were doing for their tree. It's a long shot, but the tree, I think, is beginning, so the news item suggested, to recover slowly. And let's hope that that's exactly what happens to our precious earth.